Yeah.
I go sad. So spend some time with her.
Yeah.
And when you're ready, just open the door and I
Sure.
don't know if those ladies are here to.
They probably are.
Yeah.
I think one of them is Julia, a lady I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I know.
you spend as much time and then.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Okay, well,
Thank you very much.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
She's even got her nails done.
I know, that's what I was gonna say too.
I'm sorry I gotta do this.
No, I think you do. Absolutely.
I'll do it as a pan shot. Like this. Okay, wait. I'm just gonna see. Okay, I got the flowers in there. 2 cents of flowers in there.
Oh, they're beautiful flowers.
Oh, they are.
Wow. It just smells.
Yeah, you can smell them nicely. I don't need too many more shots.
No, I'm not gonna take one.
I know.
You can just share.
Yep, that's fine. Done. I can just send them off. Right, when we're finished here. Here. Yeah.
She does.
I know.
For the first time in a long time.
Exactly. She looks happy,
Yeah.
content. I can be happy about that.
Exactly. I like the rosary.
Yeah, actually, the lady said it was a nice rosary.
Yeah. Okay, so just remember to introduce me.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry.
No, but you have to say my name.
I know, yeah, Glavina.
Yes.
I understand.
No.
I understand that.
Oh. You want to open the door?
I think so. I mean,
You ready?
oh yeah, I'm fine. What do you think about the casket?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I liked it. It's got a nice wood finish to it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So I don't know what we just
I think we'll just sit over there probably.
sit over there.
Well, we'll just,
Or
well,
sit
we'll,
here.
well, yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess so. Let's see who sent it. Oh, Mike, that's his.
This is Mike, and this is from Leanna. And
Oh,
Lena.
okay.
And this, I think, is from Jamie.
Oh, yeah?
From Al, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's nice.
Yeah.
Here, I'll take some photos and flowers.
Well, but maybe, like, it's 4, maybe we should let people.
Oh, okay. It'll only take me 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I'll just take some photos.
This is from Kathy Armando.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll pick up the cards
Yeah.
and all that. Okay. I guess we're pretty well ready to go
Okay.
and all that.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've ever cried. Not even at my dad's did I cry. I held it together there, but I know. That's what I like,
Yeah.
is a peacefulness.
That's what we needed for a long time.
Yep. Yep. So that's from Nevia?
Mm-hmm.
Nevia.
They're beautiful.
Yep.
You know, it's really nice because lots of people can't come, but there are lots of beautiful flowers.
Yep. And that's what she would have loved.
I know. Yeah, she was the flower lady. This one is from Aunt Pam and Kim.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
It's beautiful.
Oh, the Trojan family.
Yeah.
Maybe if we go to Hindu, we could stop by.
Yeah,
She was good friend.
they blew that up, eh?
Yep. Yep.
It's a beautiful frame.
I just like the fact that it's the same shot of my dad's, basically, right?
Right.
Both of them were used for. Both of them were used for the funeral. Oh, here. Let me see if I can straighten that up here. I can't get it in there, unfortunately. I don't know why. Hang on a second. Let me just tip it. We're there, just about. There we go.
Did you get it in?
What's that?
You got it in properly.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a lot better now.
These are so pretty too.
Yep. What are they? What kind of flowers are those?
Carnations. These are carnations and daisies.
Oh, okay.
And then this, like from Janie's. Found our big flowers.
Oh, yeah.
Wonder where this is from. Oh, this is from Andy's dad. Andy's
Oh,
parents.
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. Yeah. They were actually, they're really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm dead sure they were. I could tell they were getting up in age.
Yeah. It's nice how they put the crucifix up there too.
Yep.
You gonna send it to Laura?
I think so. I've got a few minutes here.
Send it to Kathy.
Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna. Oh, there it is. I don't know if this is really the right thing to be doing right now. I'll wait till after the service.
There's no service, like.
Oh, I'll just wait till after you do it.
Yeah.
Then I'll send it to her.
Hey, don't worry about Kathy. But I don't know, because, like, maybe because your sister can't be here.
I'll just wait till after we should go.
Yeah. She does look very peaceful.
That's the solace I get out of it, is that she looks peaceful. She looks happy again.
Yeah, like no distress or anything in her face.
Right. Unfortunately, her hair was a little long from COVID.
Yeah, but it looks like it still has some of the curls in it.
Probably. It makes sense. They don't really recommend you touching your eye. No, I know.
She'll be stone cold.
I know.
You can if you want, some people do.
No, I won't. No, I won't.
You're okay.
Yep, we're okay.
You know, and if people want to even go all the way
Yep,
around.
exactly.
Everything's okay.
Well, we're okay.
Oh, yeah.
Really.
Yeah,
Oh, it's okay, it's okay. She's a piece.
that's what I wanted.
Yeah, that's what we needed.
Okay, I'll invite people forward then.
Absolutely.
Sure, absolutely, thank you.
Absolutely, yeah.
I know. You almost did though, darling. I know.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Ricchetta,
Yeah, oh yeah, I remember
Yeah.
your name,
And
Ricketta.
me,
e
Juliana.
mia sorella.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Juliana.
And Juliana.
Sorry we can't shake hands.
No,
No,
I.
we can't.
You don't
We
have
are,
to.
we are very
Yeah.
sorry about what happened.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And I'm Ann.
Sorry, this is
I'm
my wife,
Ann.
Ann.
Julian.
Nice to
She
meet
was a
you.
wonderful woman.
Absolutely,
is.
absolutely. Yeah.
We know her before she married.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Back in the old country?
Ciao.
No, not in the old country. But
Oh,
I think
okay.
we came in 58.
As soon as you say the name Ricketta, I remember it.
Yeah, we came in
From
58.
Fran,
and
from
your-
my mom and dad.
Yeah, and your grandparents lived only half a block away from our parents.
Oh, right,
Yes,
that's right.
Yes,
Was
yes.
it
She,
Gucci?
she was with her son.
Yeah.
She was cameriera, her son.
Oh, yeah.
We meet her, and after we meet the mom and dad, they was very good friend with my father. And
Oh,
my-
okay.
Right,
She look nice.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she does, she
Yeah.
looks happy.
yeah.
And that's the thing that's important to me.
Bella, eh?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
She's at peace.
Ok, che capito
She is.
onde.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah.
She look very nice.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
looks so young. Excuse me, I'm going to see her there.
sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
You're not coming.
I'm old, I'm 86, you know.
Oh, you're fine, you're fine, you're
Oh,
doing
look how
well.
beautiful she look, huh? Hi, Nevia.
How are you?
She's my wife.
I'm Ann and Franco.
Okay, from Esther Pauletti.
Oh, Poletti, yes, I know the name.
Are you her son?
Son? Yes, I am.
Okay,
Yeah.
daughter-in-law.
Hi, Elda, how are you?
Yes, I'm fine. Good.
All
things considered, but now-
Yeah, it's
Absolutely,
it's
isn't that the truth?
Crazy time. It's nice to
Very nice to meet you as well.
Maria is,
I know, she can't come, Laura can't come. We, Laura was investigating if they came, they'd have to be in quarantine for 14 days. Stelio, we didn't really want him to come
Thank you
because
so much. Thank you
She'll
so much.
care,
Tomorrow?
okay?
Yes,
We'll see you
Yes.
tomorrow
We'll
at the
see you
mass.
tomorrow at the church.
And we want to thank you because she was in Calgary and you bring her here, we got the chance to say goodbye.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
it was never,
Goodbye.
it was
See you
never
tomorrow.
intended for her to be any other place than
That's
Lethbridge.
true, thank you.
That was
Absolutely.
always number one,
Yeah.
was to get her back to Lethbridge.
Did she die peacefully?
I would say yes. They were doing the rounds at around 4 o'clock in the morning, and she was okay. And then they do the next set of rounds at around, it was 4:20, and then they do the next set of rounds at 5:20. And at 5:20, they found her on the ground, basically, I would say basically unconscious at that point in time.
So we don't know.
We really don't know what happened. Like, the doctor didn't request an
No, he didn't think
autopsy.
there was anything untoward.
Yeah, so they just, it could have been like a heart attack, and then she just rolled over. I mean, she had bed rails, but they weren't all the way down, I guess is what they said, and she never had any trouble with that before. So I'm not, I'd be speculating as to what happened.
She may have become restless or something and
Yes,
tried to
yeah.
get up on her own or
I
something.
would think so. And in fact, when we went to clean up her place on Saturday, they said that she had been starting to be restless at night,
Mhm.
where she hadn't been before, and so it's hard to know.
I worked in healthcare for 35 years.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, me too.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did too?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
she,
Okay.
she works in mental health and addictions.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
As a
yeah, for
director now
AHS.
for
Yeah.
Alberta Health Services.
Yeah.
And Elda was the lady that I was telling you ran, what was?
Old Martha's house, once I
Martha.
retired from healthcare, I went
Right.
into seniors.
Yes,
That's right.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes. Oh, yeah.
And I went and had an interview with her to get my mom in there possibly.
Oh, right.
And all that, I remember that.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, brother.
I
Are you still
know.
there? Are you still? No, I'm fully retired now. Yeah, I just retired 2 years ago again. Another retirement.
Yeah.
I did it a
yeah.
few times.
Yeah. Retirement's coming soon for me too, but
Yeah.
a few
Yeah.
more years.
It's coming a lot sooner for me now. I'll be done by the end of the year, I'm gonna retire. I don't see the need to work anymore.
Yeah, I think there comes a time for sure.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
do it if you can. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what,
Absolutely.
you gotta do it while you still got a lot of
Yeah.
ability to go out and enjoy
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
So from that standpoint,
Hi.
absolutely.
that's Legia and her husband. This is Anne, my wife.
Hi,
Hi.
very nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you
Nice
as
to
well.
meet you.
Yes, thank you for coming
For
today.
a culture that's so used to.
I know.
I know, exactly.
This
I
is
know.
really, really.
I know, this
That's
is,
why I'm holding my hands
Yeah,
behind
I
my
know.
back.
Yeah.
Because I don't want
Just to remind
anybody to
ourselves.
feel uneasy.
and
Yeah.
and when we came in the door today, Lisa, she tried to greet Lisa and she almost went like this. And then we had to sort of pull her back. It's just so easy, you so want to do that, right?
Bruno Sklina was outside when we came. Do you remember
Yeah.
Stanka?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Bruno is here.
Oh, okay.
And he couldn't help himself. He just came.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, I mean.
It's the Italian culture,
Yeah.
basically,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's,
We're lucky we can do this because.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know,
Yes, yes.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
No, for
Yeah.
sure.
100%.
All those people,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
You
it's,
know, not even a closure, I mean, it.
I know. I
well,
know.
it's a difficult time because like you said, there's no closure really, right?
Yeah.
There's just, like my aunt would have loved to have been here. My sister, Stelio, and whoever could have came would have loved to have been here, but
Yeah, it's just not the time.
It's not possible, no.
How did Maria take it?
see, I didn't talk to Maria. Laura did.
Yeah.
Neither one of us had her number really. Like,
Yeah.
she usually just calls us, right?
Yeah.
And so neither one of us had her number, but then she said, well, I found an old paper with an old number on it, I'll try it. And sure enough, it was good enough to figure out. Because we were trying, I phoned Stelio and asked for the number, and he's just like us. oh, I just wait for Maria to call me, right? And I really didn't want to send it out as an email.
Yeah,
Because she doesn't always pick, I think she gets email probably once a day or twice a
Yeah.
day. And so I didn't want to do it that way, so we were just hoping that we could get a hold of her through the phone. And I think my sister did a couple of hours later
okay.
and talked to her.
I'd sure like to get hold of her too, and I don't have a number.
Yeah, you know what? Let me talk to my sister and I'll get you the number.
That's just fine, yeah, that would be
Yeah,
really nice.
and then
yeah.
I'll pass it on to you.
I mean, her
Or
address must be the same.
if you give me your number, I'll more than gladly.
Yeah, yeah.
Just give me a sec here. Because I do admit it is not the easiest thing in the world to get a hold of her.
Yeah,
And even for
my cell phone is 403
403
892
892
7792.
7792. Okay, yeah, like I
That would be
said.
great, Franco, yeah.
Oh yeah, no problem. I have no problem passing on information because
Yeah,
like I said, it's not the easiest thing to get a hold of her.
yeah,
And it's like it's been hard to even get a hold of my mom too, right?
sure.
Like because you had to go through the nursing home station to get there,
Yeah,
and
So unfortunately.
and they had, and unfortunately, she ended up with a disease that disabled her muscles a lot, right?
okay. Yeah.
And so it was hard for her to hold a phone. Near the end, it was getting hard for her to eat and all that. It was just, she was frustrated with it, right? Like, and actually, the biggest problem was talking. She could only say a couple of words.
Oh, okay.
It was like, on a really, really good day, you'd get a strung out sentence, right? That was a really, really good day, and you get them 3 or 4 times in a couple of hours, and that was pretty well it. Like, I was carrying the conversation for 2 hours
Sure.
in a lot of cases, and it was not that easy, but you know what? She's my mom, so we had to do it.
And unfortunately with COVID, because we
Yeah.
couldn't go and see her, it's very hard to have a conversation with somebody
Oh.
who has difficulty having a conversation.
Oh, if you
When
want,
you-
we can
when you
just
can't
move over
be-
here.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice seeing you again.
Good to
And
see
he
you.
also said to pass along his condolences.
Oh, Benito? Yeah,
My
yeah.
husband.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know all the names. Once I hear the names, I remember the names. I might not remember all the faces, but I remember the names.
Yeah, he's changed quite a bit.
Oh, we all have changed quite a bit.
Maybe you would remember this.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you for
coming. Thank you.
Say hi to Benny for me.
See, I will.
I was out at the farm last weekend.
Yeah. Stop it sometime.
On the way out, I forgot. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, you loved her well.
Oh,
Okay.
she was everything.
She raised you right.
She did.
She did actually.
That's what
Yeah.
She did.
She actually raised a really good family.
Yes.
Me and my dad did, because I know Laura, it's just killing her not to be here
Yeah.
and all that. So, yep, she did a good job. Never take that away from her at all.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes,
Okay,
thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Rudolph Scrigner?
Probably, I'm not sure. That name doesn't ring a bell right now, sorry.
His mom
Maybe
was
it's-
Stanka.
Ashtanka?
Yeah.
Okay, now I remember that name.
Yes.
This is my wife, Ann.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
And I'm Zora Milo from Tabor.
Oh,
Nerio's wife.
oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But he passed away almost 13 years ago.
Right. Yeah, yes, Tabor, yeah. Well, we used to travel out to Tabor occasionally.
Yeah.
And Mario and, what was his wife's name? Oh my God.
Gina.
Gina, that's right,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, I remember them.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Mario was my godfather.
Could be.
If I'm not mistaken,
Could be.
he was my godfather.
Yeah. And I think your mom and dad are close to Mario and Gina.
Oh, they were, yeah.
I think, yeah, even
In the cemetery?
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
because
what was her last name?
Markezic.
Markovich, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think the Mario and Gina were here, and Chidi is on this side.
Okay.
well, actually, you
Or
know,
they're the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there yesterday, and you walk around some of the aisles close to where my dad is, and there's people that my dad used to work for. There's people that my mom and dad knew. There were people that I went to school with. It's almost like a walking.
Reunion again.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
absolutely.
Absolutely. It was
No, when we buried my husband, he was the only one, maybe 2 graves in that area.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
You go down there now, I tell you.
They,
well, I think it's just about full now in that back section, isn't it? Or I think so. Like where
Well,
my
he's buried
Yeah,
in
she's
Tabor.
talking about the one
oh
in
Tabor. Oh, okay, okay.
I think there is very few.
Spots left over here now too.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because I was there. Like I said, I was there yesterday
yeah.
and all that. But yeah, I remember Markovich. I remember that, and I'm willing to bet you 100%
And I
that he was
think,
my godfather.
I think your mom, she spent lots and lots of time with Gina when Mario died.
Oh, okay.
Probably, yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
think they lived together for a month.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I know they were good friends, and I know they eventually moved from Tabor to Lethbridge.
Yeah.
And I think he built.
Oh,
he
oh
built
yeah,
the
he
own
built
house.
a new house
That's
here.
right.
I think they
remember that.
moved to Lethbridge maybe in the 90,
Okay.
and then he passed away in 93.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, that's right. 'Cause,
So when your dad passed away,
actually, he passed away December 27th, 2014, around 5.5 years ago.
Yeah, I was there for the funeral.
I was there too. Yeah, I was there too. Just said okay.
It was one heck of a cold day at the cemetery that day. I remember. It was like -20, and the wind coming off the coulees. Oh my God, it was cold, and I had just a whole jacket on and my suit.
We dressed up for
And I was just hoping it would end because I was so cold.
Yeah.
And I just about ran back to the funeral car because it was so cold that day. But I do remember that.
Was she sick?
She suffered from a degenerative disease, and it's actually a wild name. It's called supranuclear palsy. And what it is, it's a degenerative disease in your muscles, and it affects a lot of your body, basically. So she, to watch her eat, she would go like this, very, very slowly, right? And near the end, it was getting hard for her to hold the spoon properly to get it to her mouth and everything. And she was basically, unfortunately, wheelchair bound probably the last 3-4 years almost. And so that obviously didn't help matters out. And
she had difficulty communicating.
that was the biggest problem.
Because of the disability, yeah, as well. So it was very, very hard for her during the COVID because we couldn't go and visit.
Yeah.
Actually,
and I think she got very, very, very lonely.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because the only good thing is we had a visit with her the Friday before, not last Friday, but the Friday before that, almost 2 weeks ago, we had our first outdoor visit with her. We had to stay like 8 feet away,
Yeah.
and we had
With
to
our
wear masks
masks.
and all that. But that was our first outdoor visit with her, where we actually got to see her face to face. In literally, what, I would say...
2.5 months almost.
Yeah, it was almost 2.5 months. So that was really, really hard. We had a few window visits, I think 3 or 4 maybe, window visits with her.
But that's
Yeah, we had FaceTime visits on the computer, but they were only like 10-15 minutes long, and you know...
And every day on the phone, but because she had such difficulty communicating, it was very hard to have a long conversation, you know, and I think it was very stressful for her because she couldn't.
Oh, she wanted to say, she wanted to talk,
Yeah.
but it just wouldn't come out, and it was just, it was just really, really hard on her, basically, right? And it was just so, it was, for me, personally speaking, because I grew up with her, I knew what kind of person she was. And then to see that at the end, it was just heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking.
Absolutely. It was absolutely heartbreaking for me to see it. But you know, I've reconciled it with the fact that I know she's happy now. Because once my dad passed away, she was really, truly never the same.
Probably to go through that.
Yes.
She was never the same.
Yeah.
As much as I hate to say that, there's always a piece missing in her heart, right? And that's,
and
now that's taken care of, basically.
Yeah, and the last few months were just so frustrating for her, and so, you know, it gives us peace that we know that she's at peace.
Yeah.
Now, and she doesn't have to deal with that distress anymore.
Exactly, exactly.
No, they were very, very nice people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And your grandpa and grandma too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, my grandpa, well, if you remember my grandpa, grandpa used to love socializing with people, right? He would go for his coffee almost every single day. He had his coffee shop. He'd go to the coffee shop, meet with whoever, basically. He was the socialite in the family, basically.
Yeah. The last time we did in the Bay Mall there.
Yes.
Yeah, upstairs.
Yeah.
Probably for a couple of hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no, I remember, and it was just every single day that's what he did. He went out and socialized and drank coffee. He loved his coffee.
Yeah.
He loved his wine. And between the two, like especially coffee, and between meeting people, that's where he's his most happiest. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was his. That was his deal.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh no, when you see him like that, it's sad, but it's beautiful same time too.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like I said, she's got a nice smile on her face.
Yep.
And that's what makes me happy.
Yeah. We were happy too. We were noticing she even had her nails done. So
she had. So every day there was a visitor there for at least a couple of hours, whether it was me or we had these two companion care ladies that would come and just talk with her, socialize, take her around.
Do her nails.
Nails, give her showers.
Yeah.
Because there are rules within Alberta Health Services that you're only allowed 2 showers a week, and I wanted her to have more, so I hired a lady that would
come and help her with her personal care.
Give her self-care and do her nails and everything. And as soon as we walked in, we noticed that her nails were done.
They were done.
And it was probably done by, it may have been done the last day, because remember the last day?
Yeah, they were doing her hair. They sent us a picture the last day that they were doing her hair, curling her hair up, and they probably maybe gave her a spa day and did her nails too. So
that was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to go bath. My mother-in-law.
Yeah. Yes.
And there was just once a week.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Programmer, she was every day.
Exactly. Exactly.
You could there is once a week.
I know.
So we asked them if we could come.
If you could do it, yeah.
And they say if you want, you can come every night at 7.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we went in and
yeah. No, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's sort of like the Italian way to a degree.
Yeah.
Is you take care of your elders really well.
Of course.
You feel good.
Because absolutely, it's the old full circle, right?
Yeah.
They took care of me when I was growing up, and
that
now
is what it is.
in the end, I took care of her, and that makes me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she looks really peaceful.
Yeah, she does. She does. She looks really peaceful.
Yeah. Is anybody waiting?
No,
I don't think so.
No.
Unfortunately, we're not expecting a lot of people just due to
COVID.
Oh yeah.
the
No,
situation.
I phoned in.
Yeah, actually,
I
the
phoned
lady
in.
out there told me that someone had phoned in, and she mentioned your name, actually.
Oh, okay.
When I was down on Monday, just to finish off
just
some
to
loose
finish.
ends and all that, and so she told me that you had phoned in.
Yeah, I phoned
You know.
in and said, okay, what is the deal?
Yes,
Yeah.
So they said, the best is to come today.
yeah, yeah,
And then they said, for tomorrow, 50 people, that's it. So
yeah, yeah.
if
Right.
you come really early, you might be able to go in. If not,
Exactly,
So,
yeah,
so I said to Bruno, no, we're gonna go today.
yes.
Yeah.
No, and that's good.
Yep, that's great,
Yeah.
you know,
We really appreciate it.
exactly.
So where do you live, in Calgary?
Calgary, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we live in Calgary.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, I've lived there since 1986, actually.
Oh,
Oh,
so
yeah,
you've been
I've
up
lived there a
for
long
while.
time. Yeah, I've been there a long time now.
So you're the city guy up there now?
You know, I'm a city guy,
But you came from the city too, so it's still okay.
a smaller city,
Yeah, yeah.
basically, but, yeah, I don't mind the city. It's actually, you know what? It's actually peaceful there now. Because there's not a lot of traffic out in Calgary now.
Yeah,
Like, I drove home on Monday and I went through Glenmore Trail at around 5:45. And normally it'd be like a
It's
parking
dead.
lot there.
Yeah.
And I just, right,
Yeah.
80 kilometers all the way through.
But it's probably because of
Oh,
Corona and then...
oh, absolutely,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah,
Oh, there's no
yeah.
doubt it is.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, it's kind of peaceful now.
Yeah.
Like even driving, like last Friday, we went out, just went out to get some.
Just to get out, because we
Yeah.
haven't been
And
getting
we were
out.
and we were driving through the downtown at, around 5 o'clock. And there's usually people there, right?
And there was nobody.
There's just nobody there. It's so, it's like a peaceful calm almost.
Yeah,
And you just don't expect that, right? So it's actually kind of nice to a degree,
yeah.
in
But
some
then,
respects.
the economy and stuff, that's
Yes.
Well-
they start to stay away too.
That's gonna be a big thing here shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's gonna be some economic repercussions from this. And actually, the people that are gonna pay for all of this are all the young Canadians.
Yeah, the
They're gonna
new
have to pay.
generations.
The new generation's gonna have to pay for all this. We're kind of lucky
Yeah, our age.
at our age that, we'll be
Toward the
getting
end of our career
our
and
end of
have
our
our pensions
career.
and,
We'll have our pensions, and all that. Like, the next generation's gonna pay a price for that. For all the COVID that's gone on now. And it's gonna be, it might be a 10-year payment, basically, if
Yeah.
not more.
If not
Depend-
more.
Depending on how fast they can get everything
Yeah.
going. It looks like it's going okay so far. Like BC or Saskatchewan, I heard, is moving into phase 2 now. So that's gonna improve things. And Alberta now is in phase 1, and I don't think the cases are up very much. Ontario is a bit of a mess, a little bit of a mess. But I found out, I was reading today, that actually the mess in Ontario is only in like the GTA, Greater
Oh.
Toronto area.
oh, okay.
It's not everywhere in Ontario, it's just in that 900 area code.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's the only area it's a little bad, because you're up to still 500 cases a day almost now.
Yeah. But thankfully in Alberta, our cases are going
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, I think we've been under 20, or we've been under 25, I think, for,
The last
3 or 4
couple
days now.
Yeah.
so that's not bad.
Did you wanna go?
Oh, you can keep chewing the fat, that's okay.
I still have to go to Costco.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the stuff.
I know we are gonna have to go.
Yeah, no.
Do you still live in Taber now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Haven't been.
That's the best place to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
I like your corn.
yeah.
Yeah, but the king corn died. It's not the same corn anymore.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, yeah.
No?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
No.
Hmm.
Who knows what they're mixing and what they're...
Oh.
Gary,
yeah.
Gary was the
Genetic-
one...
Genetic
Okay.
modification and all
Oh,
that kind
yeah.
of stuff. Oh, that's too
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah. I have no doubt that there's some
And
corn.
then now you don't know if it's your corn or his corn or what. They have to have this license thing and...
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know whose corn you get, and so how are you going to say, oh, that one was the best?
Oh, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
something.
yeah.
But you don't know
Oh.
who that corn is? Oh, okay.
Because they were bringing corn from BC, from state.
Oh.
Taber sweet corn.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
So that's why they had to bring the licenses out.
Yeah.
so-
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because everybody was saying it was
It was
Tabor
Tabor
corn,
corn.
but it wasn't.
Oh, wow.
Knockoff. It was a
Yes,
A
I'm
knockoff of corn, oh
That's-
my goodness.
No, we had our fresh corn, bless his heart, he's in a grave now too, but,
Yeah,
you
Right.
know, he says, help yourself. So, but how much you gonna eat? You can go get 6 cobs
yeah,
every day, up
Yeah.
the fence, and,
yeah,
but
yeah,
that was the corn, yeah.
yeah.
And we never ate raw corn
No.
from the field, never.
No,
So
yeah,
anyway, they were picking corn. So we walked just there and see,
Yeah.
you know, because sometimes they have to stop until they come back.
right,
So I said to the guy, I said, Larry, it's good. Oh, it's the best corn on the earth.
oh,
So anyway, he grabs the cob, peels it off, and starts eating. I said, don't you do that.
yeah,
And
yeah,
he,
yeah.
he goes, why? You don't know how diarrhea before the day is over.
Yeah.
Oh no, he said. So after we seen him eating, so now we eat raw corn right in the field too.
Do you? Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, and it's okay?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
but when we were young, they were scaring us, you know, don't eat.
yeah, don't eat it, so,
Yeah.
yeah,
They
yeah,
didn't want
totally.
you to bugger up the garden.
Yeah,
Yeah, that, there you go.
Well,
Yeah.
when I was a little kid, I used to adore corn. Absolutely. I used to go into my dad's garden, pick it, peel it all off, and
Yep.
get it ready, right? And then I got sick on it one time because I ate so much of it, right? And then for like 30 years, I didn't eat corn. Didn't touch corn.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
one time we went out for dinner, and they
Yeah.
had corn, and I thought I'd just give it a shot, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And boom, it was like, oh man,
yeah,
I like this. Why did I ever stop eating it? But
Yeah.
like, literally for 30, 35 years,
yeah.
I never ate corn at all.
Wow.
Richard, he had the food poisoning with the fish.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And since he had that, no way I would eat fish raw. You
Oh,
know how
yeah,
it-
Oh,
The sushi, yeah,
Oh gosh, no.
yeah,
So they said, what you do? I boil it, not fry, boil it.
right,
Really?
right.
Oh, and I
It's
love,
not the
and I love sushi.
Yeah,
I have a weak spot for that too.
yeah,
But it's good. Just,
Yeah.
Oh, it's very
Yeah.
good.
yeah.
yeah.
I love sushi.
But yeah, she looks so good.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she does.
She does,
I'm happy with it.
yeah.
You know, so peaceful, just.
Yep, exactly, exactly.
Well, nice to see you guys.
Yes, very nice
Nice
to
to
meet
meet
you.
Thanks for coming.
Nice to meet you too.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming.
We would have loved if Maria came, but they said she can't.
No, no,
No,
No.
no, I knew right away that that was never gonna happen. It's just unfortunate.
No.
But we might, there's talk, to celebrate next year on the 1-year anniversary,
Okay.
somewhere in a park or something like that, in our memory, and get everyone back here.
Yeah.
So, if we did that, I think that's something that we would advertise out
yeah.
Okay.
for
Yeah,
people that
absolutely.
are interested, and all that, because
And-
we'd love, for everyone. That's the hardest part about all of this, is that
Well,
we can't get family together,
mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And it's so unfortunate.
And then it's a closure.
Yes,
Exactly,
absolutely,
absolutely, 100%.
Yeah,
And certain people won't get that, unfortunately. But
yeah.
this is all being videotaped behind you, so they'll.
Oh, she's still going?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Bruno.
Hey, you're a movie star now.
Yeah,
Exactly.
don't worry, it's all good. Yeah, yeah,
It's all
So.
good.
Hey, hi Maria.
yeah.
When you come, we'll see ya.
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and like the mass will be, it'll actually be streamed live tomorrow. So if you have a computer, you can actually watch the mass online.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep,
You
it's
just
all
log on
streamed.
to Martin Brothers, and then it'll be live on the bottom of the
Oh, okay.
So
obituary.
you find my mom's obituary, and there'll be a little button on
Okay.
the right-hand side. You just click into it. It'll take you into the obituary, and then you scroll down in the obituary, and there'll be a little section called services. And actually, you'll be able to see this video tonight
Do you know
also.
who you're talking to? You're talking to a couple of people that are kind of like computer illiterate here.
Oh, don't worry.
And so
We'll do.
I have to always get help when I need that.
Yeah, yeah,
Somebody else do?
yeah,
You too.
yeah, yeah.
Don't worry, I understand. because last night I sent out an email to everybody with really, really explicit instructions, is step by step, because I know there might be more than a few people that are going to have trouble with it. I tried to make it as easy as it could be for everybody.
But it'll be there for a while, so you'll be able to get some help at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be all live streamed tomorrow.
Carol is gonna find it right away.
Well, she has no problem with it.
Yeah.
I need
I have-
better glasses.
I have problems with it,
Yeah.
and she doesn't. I don't know.
No, but
She's not as good as my daughter, but that's another story.
Right.
Yeah, the younger you are, the more
Oh,
the better you are at it.
Yeah.
Like, we're both good at it, but we have our moments too.
Only in a very functional way, just to do my job. Other than that, I don't know very much about the computers at all.
well, my daughter-in-law was phoning. I was just coming to Lethbridge.
Yeah.
And I said, hold on, I don't know what to push here.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, I shut her off.
Oh, no.
And then I phoned her earlier so she can phone me because
Right.
it's supposed to be graduation tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Right.
and that's so sad, too.
15 minutes, in and out.
Oh.
Oh, really?
One at a time.
Oh,
The
really?
parents and the
Oh, okay.
graduate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, at least you get to do that, because there's some places that
Yeah,
aren't
but
even
just
doing
the
that.
parents.
Some places you can't do anything.
Yeah,
Right.
we won't even be there. We
Yeah.
can see her,
Yeah.
out there and that's it.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
So,
that's
but
sad.
I lend you my binoculars. You can cross the street.
Oh, I got some good ones too.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, I know. It's just a wild and
Yeah.
crazy time these days,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And that's the sad part.
But you touch something. Oh, I'll ask her. So then I was phoning her back. Well, she was faster than me, so she was phoning back right away too.
Oh, there you
So
go.
it's
Yeah,
only
that's good.
waiting.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good, yeah.
Yeah, I know my daughter's doing the same sort of thing right now. She's trying to teach a class,
Yeah,
and everything is online.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Actually, Anne's daughter is
A teacher.
just graduated this year as a teacher.
And so she did her last practicum, they did it all online. And they were reaching out and teaching to kids online. And they're anticipating now that she's going to be moving into a full-time position, that probably the first, at least term, will be online as well.
You don't have to be because,
Yeah.
that's,
It's just not safe to have everybody. They were also talking about rotating kids, like half of the class comes one day and then, or a couple of days a week, and then the other half comes, just to maintain social distancing. But
Oh, okay.
I think
that don't work too
I
good.
know, I think it's
No.
gonna be challenging. It's gonna be really challenging.
And she's going to be teaching young kids, right?
Yes,
And-
so,
Well, actually, that's probably better,
Yeah, probably.
because they said, well, first of all, the young ones are more resilient,
absolutely.
Yeah.
and they can withstand
Yeah.
maybe better on this corona business. But,
Exactly, yeah.
But hopefully this goes away in a year or two, if not sooner. You never
I
know.
hope it goes sooner.
I think they'll find some kind of
Vaccine.
Oh, they will find a vaccine. I'm pretty sure of that. It's just a matter
Because
of.
I have to go see my mom.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah, I was scared I'm never gonna see her again.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I was watching on TV today, and the people who are the furthest along, believe it or not, the vaccine is Israel.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Is it?
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
okay.
And they've been working on this vaccine it's a family of, the coronaviruses, there's a family of them.
Right.
Yep.
Right,
So
yeah.
they've been working on this approximately 2.5 years already.
Wow, yeah, yeah.
And they're
Oh, okay.
further along than
Than
a lot of
anybody,
the, yeah,
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of other guys are way behind. Even though
Yeah.
they've put everything into high gear,
Yeah,
there's still a long ways to go for most people. But the vaccine that they're working on, and it's showing really good promise in some of the diseases, is an oral vaccine.
right,
It's not, and the way they were explaining it, it doesn't have the any of the dead vaccine cells
right,
or there's no minute live vaccine cells that your body has to build up, I think.
Right.
So it's kind of a different idea, and they're
They're doing well
getting
with that,
pretty
yeah.
good with.
Well, here's hoping, because
Yep.
this has to end.
Yep, this social distancing is for the birds. I can't handle it.
Yeah.
I'm used to shaking hands.
Oh,
used to
and
doing all that
everybody
stuff.
getting together and everybody
Yeah.
having a good
Socializing.
time and talking over each other, and we're missing all of that for sure.
Exactly. Oh,
Yeah.
this and that.
Yeah.
We use the phone so much, it's unreal.
I don't
Yeah.
like phones.
I don't
Yeah,
either.
I don't
No.
like-
No, but what you gonna do? You know, especially if.
I hate doing business over the phone.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hate,
that's not the same. no.
most of the time I leave my phone inside the vehicle and I don't even worry about it.
Right.
Sometimes I
right.
forget to charge it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, does it really matter?
Yeah.
Well, I think the older you are, the less reliant you are on cell phones.
Yeah.
You know,
And you do get to that stage, right, when like, what is really important? And
Yeah.
you know, and those things aren't. You
No.
know, it's all about relationships and who you can have a coffee with.
Well, actually, that's one thing that I find that really annoys me, especially sometimes when you walk in downtown Calgary, is you're walking just down the street and there's people all over the place, and over half of them are either got their head stuck in a phone, and the other half have got earphones in their head listening to music.
Yeah. Nobody's
And
interacting.
No one's
Yeah.
interacting. It's just
Yeah.
everyone's in their own little world, and that's sad.
that's sad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Our kids, they say, Mom, why you don't text us? I tell them, sorry kids,
Yeah.
if I wanna talk to you, I wanna talk to you.
Oh, I'm like that too with my girls.
I then I
Yeah.
tell them, I'm not from Texas, I'm from Croatia.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Yeah, I don't do this texting stuff. A mama needs to talk to her baby. That's right. I'm like that too, for
You know,
sure.
just,
Yeah.
And they are so fast with those fingers too.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my God. I
Yeah.
used to watch some of those kids, they just went,
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
thumbs just move. It's just
they
amazing.
won't get arthritis that way.
Oh, they
Yeah.
might eventually.
Probably.
By 50, they'll be in a state of arthritis
Yep.
probably.
Yeah, probably.
Anyways.
Well, anyway, nice
Well,
to see
we
you.
best get
Yeah.
going.
Yes,
Yep.
thank you so much for coming.
Again, thank you for coming.
Yeah,
Appreciate
really
it.
appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Probably say that's goodbyes here in a few minutes.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
You need a water. No water.
What's that? I might go on this side. Gonna miss you, Mom.
Yeah.
You mean the world to me. But I know you're gonna be in a better state. Of mind. Please take care. But no, never forget you. Just like Dad. Never, ever, ever. I forget what you meant. Yep. Pictures looks good on it.
So happy now.
Yep.
It just makes me so mad. It's so hard for her.
I know.
That's what makes me mad. But she just had such a sense for like.
My sister just asked me for some pictures, so I might just pop this. I just want to see what I got. Okay, let's see. Maybe one last one. Really super, super close up. That should be okay. What time is it?
Let's take some pictures of this.
Sure.
Did you take pictures of these?
Yep, I did. But I'll just, doesn't hurt to pop a few more. No, it does not hurt to pop a few more. I took most of the, I think, that's it. Last time I'll see her.
I know.
Here. Here. Come here, baby. Just the way I took care of her.
I know.
Take care.
It's okay. It's been good.
Okay, Mom. You're going home tonight. Enjoy your time. And I love you. For the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay?
Yeah. It's just hard, honey.
I know. Maybe yeah. Okay.